didn't even notice, something that you said or did that maybe changed their mind about something? What if everything we did had the power to make this world a better place? Every action or interaction we had with a person could change their life for the better. Well, guess what? They can, and they do. Every single thing we do, every interaction we have with a person has impact, whether good or bad, and that is your choice. It has that impact, that power, that potential to change something. And I don't know about you, but I've always heard that I have the power and the potential to change the world and make a big change and a great impact, especially from my parents. And I was just kind of like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm just a kid, I'm 16. Maybe when I'm a big kid or a grown-up someday, I'll do something, but for now I'm just a kid, what can I do? But God has a funny way of proving people wrong. And just a few days ago, I was sitting, writing my outline for this very speech, planning to just record it in my bedroom and keep it there. And I was just typing, and God was like, hey, Sophie, this is your impact. And I was like, yeah, isn't this great? And he was like, no, this is your impact. Next time your mom asks you, and you know she's going to ask, who wants to be on that stage and speak with me? I want you to say yes. And we had a little Moses moment there, and I was like, God, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm just ready to speak quite yet. I need more experience. Maybe I need to be older, just feel more ready. And he was like, no, you say yes, and I'll do the rest. So here I am, 40s later, in my cute little heels and my little blazer. And about a year ago, you would have to drag me kicking and screaming to be on a stage speaking like this. But a lot can change in a year. See, last year, my mom recommended me this book called Do Hard Things. It's a great book, really recommend it. And she said, I'll pay you $10 if you read this book. And as an avid reader and never one to miss out on an easy $10, I plowed straight through that book, collected my money, and it really changed my mindset. It was essentially about how young people and teenagers and kids, we have the great potential to do things. We have the ability to do amazing things and make impact. But due to society's low expectations, that leads us to underestimate ourselves. And then we're less likely to say yes when given an opportunity. And so I read that book, and it was full of kids doing all these amazing things, things that only adults can do. But I read it and I was like, okay, maybe I can have some impact, some change, even as a young person. But then I was like, I'm me. And I don't know if I could do that. Maybe a young person could, like all those examples in the book, but I don't know if I can be the one to do that. But then a few months later, I was volunteering with this theater program, and we were putting on a production. And this mom came up to me while I was helping, and I was selling things like snacks and putting up decorations, and she was like, I really appreciate how you're so hardworking and you're so willing to say yes and just have such a great attitude about this, and we need more kids like you. And I was like, I was, of course, really happy about that, but I was also really caught off guard because I was not trying to be noticed or expecting anyone to see what I was doing, because I was just trying to keep my head down and check everything off the checklist and just make sure that I got everything done when it needed to be done. And so that really brought something to my mind that, wow, people notice what I do. And later that night, I was flipping through my Bible, and God brought me this random verse, or it was random to him, but it wasn't random to me. I mean, it was random to him. It wasn't random to him, but it was random to me. Very random. And it was Matthew 5, verses 15 and 16. And it goes, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it shines for everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your light and glorify your Father in heaven. And I was just like, wow, and I had a little epiphany moment, and I was like, maybe that's what God's been trying to tell me. And he used Samuel as a very little kid, and he was able to use Abraham when he was hundreds of years old. It's never too early and it's never too late. And so that made me think that I could bring impact. And here's the thing. Everything we do brings impact. Whether I had a great attitude that one week when I was volunteering with that theater group, or maybe if I had had a really bad one, that would have impacted that same mom in a different way, even though I'm the same person doing the same things. And we have impact whether it's very little or very big. So even if it's just something small, like giving a smile to a stranger or a hug to a friend who might be having a bad day, those things speak a lot. And last year, it was the first day of school, and my older sister, she was having a rough morning. The school year wasn't off to a great start, and I didn't know this, but it was lunchtime, and I walked across the parking lot, and in my lunch bag, I had a Hi Chew, one of these fruity little candies, and I just gave it to her. And to me, it was just giving her candy, but to her, she came up later to me that day, and she said, "Thank you, that really brightened up my day." It was such a small gesture, but those little things are the big things. It's how we leave people feeling. And not only the words that we say to people, but our actions. Fun fact, 65% of what we communicate is in our body language. So it's even just the way that we hold ourselves, even just the tone of our voice, or how we have our facial expression. When we walk into the room and it's the morning and it's breakfast, and we have our face all downcast, and we say good morning, those are family members in the kitchen. They're gonna sense something is wrong. Maybe they're gonna think they did something wrong. Maybe we just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But that's going to speak so much, even just the way that we hold ourselves. So, everything that we do has impact. Whether good or bad, we have the power to change every situation, every interaction, for the better or for the worse. And every interaction we have also has ripple effects. Maybe by choosing to be kind to someone today, you'll inspire them to be kind to someone else, and soon we have a whole pond full of ripples and waves. So, today I challenge you to be intentional about your impact. Think and reflect about what you want to communicate, because everything we do says something. Let it be what you want to say. Take that step today. Thank you.